There we go. We are live. Yeah, and that's a pretty nice panorama. Um, I had to shut the computer off, and so it reset everything. So we've got like suddenly we're in widescreen. But I think folks like that. So yeah, we will leave it like that. And you'll just.
I think when we get to it, I'll have a cookie.
Alrighty. Yeah, and we'll just have. Hang on. Let me. Okay. Yeah. If I tell you like this, you'll see the big Autobot symbol on the back of my chair. So da da da. But um oh okay and hey Conspiracy Town, good to see you. And we'll kind of guess give it a couple of minutes because you know folks are probably just now getting the notification that we're online.
Right.
And kudos to my lovely folks on Discord because whenever the stream is ready and they get the notification, they'll go and they'll share the link on the Discord. So
well, that's great. Thank you guys.
Yeah. So I love the cross support, and we are closing in on having a calendar together. And I have to give a shout out to Celery, who was kind enough to make a little chart basically of when all the lunar phases are. And the lunar observances like Aset, which is six days into the new lunar month, and then first and eight, and full moon last quarter, and I'm cross checking mine against that to make sure that everything agrees, and I'm even going to take with her permission, hers or theirs, with their permission, put the actual image on the calendar page as well, so that anybody can see it, because it's really really handy. They did a great job with it.
Right, so. I'm gonna say we're over the moon about it.
That deserved a rim shot.
Thank you. I'll be here all week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now Consu approves.
Something else that I noticed. Usually by the time I start broadcast, the sun has gone down enough to where the cicadas quiet down. But when I was getting everything ready, there were cicadas. They must have been right outside the window because I could hear them. And I was thinking, boy, that's something that if you're outside of the South, you're not that familiar with the sound, and it would there'd probably be somebody going, "Wow, what is that noise?" But by this time in the evening, they've quieted down. But and they also have them in Japan at this time of year too. So they and I seem to recall that in Neon Genesis Evangelion, right. they actually put that in the background. You'd hear that in a lot of scenes. Okay, so conspiracy theories. Why are a bunch of guys born within days of each other? Okay,
That's a long story.
Okay, so quick explanation. The Egyptian calendar is actually 360 days plus 5. The months are 30 days each, so that gives you the 360, and you have 5 days in between. Those are the days on the year. And according to myth, the 5 children of Nut were born on each of those days. And the story goes that Nut was not allowed to give birth any day during the year. Well, Jehuti played a game of Senate, basically, with according to the story as Herodotus, the Greek traveler and writer, wrote down. He played drafts with the moon. So I guess you could say that Khonsu and Jehuti played a game of Senate against each other, and Jehuti won 5 extra days so that Nut could give birth to her children. And those included Osiris, Horus, which is a little confusing, but we talked about that during his birthday, that it's his elder aspect. Then Set, then Isis, Aset, and the last day on the year is Nebuchadnezzar. And so then the first day after that is the beginning of the new year. So that's why, you had that. And actually, before we get started, I'll go ahead and pull from my library. And this is a good book. If you get it nowadays, it has a different cover. This is an older printing of it. But Ancient Egyptian Magic by Bob Breyer. Actually, he actually puts down a calendar, and it's the Cairo calendar, but he starts it with August 1st. I actually sat down with pen and paper and worked it backwards from the 18th to get the calendar that we use. But at the very end, you've actually got the days on the year.
Bob Breyer is a very, very good historian.
Yeah, he also wrote a book about mummies that a friend gave me, and it's not just Egyptian mummies, and I've got it somewhere in my stuff.
He got really wrapped up in the subject.
Uh-huh.
And he actually worked with another person, and they got a donor, and they actually mummified somebody as close as they could using ancient techniques that they know they did.
Yes, they did.
I saw that.
Yeah, and
with the salts and
actually no, that was somebody else, but there was someone before then that Dr. Breyer and a team mummified, and actually the author of Redland Blackland mentioned that in her book, and what she had to say was really funny. She said, "Imagine them suddenly waking up on the bark of Ra." Because all the proper spells have been said. Right. They're like, how did I get here?
Yeah.
But yes, so he includes and this is from the Cairo calendar. So you have like on the birth of Osiris, Osiris, bull in his cavern whose name is hidden. Hail to thee, I am your son, O Father Osiris. The name of this day is the pure one. And for the next day, the birth of Horus. O Horus of Letopolis, the name of this day is powerful of heart. And there's lots of gaps in the text because the scroll that they translated this from had been, eaten by bugs or something over time. So there's major holes in it. But for the birth of Set, which was yesterday, O Set, son of Nut, great of strength, protection is at the hands of your holiness. I am your son. The name of this day is powerful of heart. And so now today, the fourth day, the birth of Isis. O this Isis, daughter of Nut, the eldest, mistress of magic, provider of the book, mistress who appeases the two lords. Her face is glorious. I am the brother and the sister. The name of this day is he who makes terror. And so I guess tomorrow I'll save this and we can read the words for the birth of Nebuchadnezzar. But that's where we are at this point. So Tuesday will be the start of the Kemetic year according to our calendar. We're celebrating it early compared to other folks like the Reconstructionists and Kemetic Orthodox. They'll be doing that in August, and we can just tell them, yeah, Happy New Year. We already had our party. But
yeah,
sure.
We can look forward to the emergence of Sopdet if you really want to.
Yeah. Well, actually, on the calendar that we've got, not this. Well, would it be this Friday coming up? I'll have to check because it's funny. I printed out a copy of it and it's in the other room, but because I just got to curl up with it and scribble on it. But we'll do the observance of the emergence of Sopdet because Sirius will appear in Egypt before dawn later this month. So,
seriously?
Yeah. Huh?
Seriously?
Yes, seriously. All right. So this time Yamana gets a rim shot. So yeah, that's in encapsulating basically what we're doing. So and Okay, and sarcasm, just gonna watch for this one because oh yeah, Rosebud Restore is awesome.
What did you say?
Okay, sarcastic is working on a recipe for rose buns,
Oh wow.
and one day when we all get together, they're gonna have to share that with us. So, okay, and okay. Oh, and so Wildman also celebrates in August. So yeah. So probably for a lot of folks that are doing that in August, the New Year will be for you guys probably around the time that we'll be doing the Wagi feast, which is August 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So that's going to be about where we are in the calendar. We're about 2 weeks ahead of just like the Western Christian churches and the Orthodox Church. The Orthodox Church does their stuff like Orthodox Christmas and Orthodox Easter is 2 weeks after everybody else. Same thing here. So that's how we roll. And without further ado, we'll get this going. And I would want to say to anybody, because we had someone who tuned in last night, and I think this is very different from what they were expecting. And so I would just say to anyone who catches us and is not familiar with what we do, just hang tight, and we'll try to answer questions, as we, as I see them in the comments, and that way you won't be like, what's up with those weirdos? No, we're happy to explain. These cool waters are upon my hands, and they purify me. As Tefnut purifies me. Hail unto you, Menachuru. We come unto you without falsehood and without evil. Our purity is upon our hands. Our purity is within our hearts.
Wow.
We have cast out all evil that pertains to us. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure. That's our story, and we're sticking to it. Huh?
That's right. We love you, boo.
I love you too. Probably feels a little colder because it's not as hot today. Now, I'll tell you what, the forecast that they have for Tuesday is like a high of 99. So
Can we do a virtual outside?
No, actually, what I'm going to do is those battery-powered fans that Preston gave us. I'm going to see if I can set something up with those.
Okay.
So, because one thing, at least that the Egyptians could say that we cannot, is for them it really was a dry heat. Come in peace, bright eye of Horus. Come in peace. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra and all of their abodes, till none remain. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus comes to the four corners of the world, to everyone who is tuning in with us now and will be joining us in the future. This eye of Horus comes, and we are purified with it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
So we light our candles to recognize children of Newt. Oser, Horu, Set, and now Aset. Great of magic, mother of Horu. And Sekhmet, mistress of the arrow demons, mistress of the messengers. May she protect us from evil influences throughout the coming year. You arise in the Aket Capri, O Ra, spreading your light upon the earth. You set in peace in the mountains of Manu as a tomb, bringing your light to Duat. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven and Duat. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from Nun at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Sia at your right side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, and hail and praise unto you, O Aset, mother of Horus, great of magic, whose tongue fails not. Hail unto you, Yunachiru, you lords of love and lords of life. Grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness and our hearts receive your wisdom. May you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at, cast out Isfet. And may you guard us from the evil one through the dark hours of the night, your protection being before us and your strength being within us. Take these, your cool waters, which are the inundation, that they may cool your hearts. O Aset, O Yunachiru, these cool waters are the eye of Horus, that your hearts may be refreshed. Milk, milk, may you taste it in your shrine. May your hearts be refreshed with it. O Aset, O Yunachiru, we give you this milk, which comes from the great flood, that you may be purified with it. We give you incense. We give you incense, great of purity. This incense is the eye of Horus. Its fragrance comes to you. It cleanses you. It adorns you. It takes its place upon your hands. Oyunachuru. This incense is the eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you. Take this, your bread, your sweet cakes, on which gods live. This bread is the eye of Horus, O Aset, O Oyunachuru. Lift it to your faces, and be at peace with it. The gardens prosper, and Hapi rejoices, overflowing with his meal. We fill the eye of Horus for you with wine, O Ra, O Aset, Oyunachuru. Drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open with libations for you within this house. May your faces be refreshed with your libations, your wine, and your water. Pure, pure is Ra Horeketi within his house. Pure, pure is Aset the Great within her house. Pure are the cause of all of these gods with this good myrrh that is given. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance, thousands of offerings, all things good and pure. For Ra, for Aset, and the children of Nut, in every place that their immortal cause dwell. Come to your body, O Ra Horeketi. Come to your body, O Aset. Come to your bodies, O Oyunachuru, and come to your invocation. Come unto us, your servants, who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your hika, your honor, and your ba to these your offerings, and partake of them. Come, O people, raise these offerings before the faces of these gods. Lift the offerings before Ra, before Aset. All life comes from them. All health comes from them. All stability comes from them. All good fortune comes from them, as it has since the first time. O Ra Horeketi, and your son, the Osir Nisu Nukepru Ra. Your foes retreat from you. Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourselves to these, your offerings, and receive them from our hands. Okay. There it is. And from the table of the gods to the table of the blessed dead, we light this candle that it may be the eye of Horus that lights their way in Dua. And we pour them these cool waters from the table of Osiris, that their hearts may be refreshed. Horekeru ta henket kakao abdu senachurmahat kutnibet nofra wabet alket nachurim in kawan akukunibu A voice offering of bread and beer, 1,000 of beef and fowl, incense, oils, and all good and pure things on which a god lives, for the cause of all of these Aku, all true of voice before the great god. And now we come unto you, O Ra, as Jehuti comes, our hands joined under Ma'at. Ma'at has come to be with you in every place where you are. An offering of Ma'at is made unto you, that your heart may be pleased and your cause shall live. Truly, your Enid has Ma'at, for they know you live in her. The Enid says unto you, your word is law, eternally. The Svet is cast out by your word. Rejoicing is yours every day. Ma'at has taken her place in your shrine. Likewise, may we always act with gentility and compassion, for such is the first Ma'at. May we always offer charity and hospitality, for such is the second Ma'at. May we always respect consent and fidelity, for such is the third Ma'at. May we always avoid violence and promote wellness, for such is the fourth Ma'at. May we always speak words of truth, such as the fifth Ma'at. May we always promote the public good, such as the sixth Ma'at. May we always act humbly and with temperance, for such is the seventh Ma'at. May we always honor our gods and respect others, for such is the eighth Ma'at. May we uphold Ma'at like Jehuti, that we may witness Ra's perfection every day. Okay. I'm going to just catch up with the comments before we read for Aset. Okay. Yes, be sure to like tacos. Let's see. Yes. Okay, and Kuma says, I do have a more personal question. Could we possibly discuss it at the end? Sure. And yeah. Okay. And I'll try and keep an eye out for it in the Discord. And Kid Fox says, prayers of thanks to Aset for her baby that's developing right now. Absolutely. And celery. I was talking up your chart that you made for the lunar observances, and if it's okay with you, I'm going to put that on the website. And well, you know what? Just don't ever offer creamy dressing to Set.
Yes, he still loves cost lettuce or lettuce in general, but he's leery of anything that has a white substance on it.
Yeah, right. But okay, Ms. Jackal would like a yes or no reading if possible. All right, well, let me see what I can do for that. Let's go ahead and read some things for Asa, and then we'll get started with those. So. Not a product placement. I don't think the camera could see that, but we it's always funny when I'm setting up videos and it asks, is there a paid endorsement for anything? And I'm like, no, who would pay for for a channel like this? But these are hymns to Isis from Phili. And in this book, I have an Egyptian language version of it, which several years ago I had tried to set about recording that for somebody who wanted a version of it on the Facebook group that they could read. But I think that might be a task better left to Mary Dra, because she has such a beautiful voice. Um, the goddesses definitely blessed her with that, and I think she would be better suited to that. I can hopefully strum on something and make it sound good in accompaniment. But in English, Isis the Great, Mother of the God, Lady of Philae, God's wife, God's adorer, God's hand, Mother of the God, Great Queen, adornment, Lady of ornaments in the shrine, Lady and desire of the green fields, nursling who fills the shrine with her beauty, fragrance of the shrine, mistress of joy, who runs her course in the sacred place, rain cloud that greens the field when she descends, maiden, sweet of love, mistress of Upper and Lower Egypt, who issues orders among the Aeneid, princess, great of praise, lady of charm, whose face loves the trickle of fresh myrrh. She is the one who pours out the inundation, which makes all people live and green plants grow, who provides sacred offerings for the gods and voice offerings for the Akh spirits, because she is Lady of Heaven. Her husband is Lord of Duat, and her son is Lord of the land. Her husband is the pure water, renewing himself at Biga at his time. She is Lady of Heaven, Earth, and Duat, having brought them into being through what her heart conceived and her hands created. She is the Ba which is in every city, watching over her son Horus and her brother Osiris. Now, if I have it where I can get to it here, let's see. Yeah, I think this is it. Okay, there is a text that's called the Isis Aretalogy, spelled Aretalogy. It dates from the copies that we have date from Greco-Roman times, but they've traced parallels all the way back to the late period in Egypt, so it's not entirely foreign. It's just that it took the form that we have it today in the Ptolemaic period. But this is all spoken from the point of view of Isis. I am Isis, ruler of every land. I was taught by Jehuti, and with him devised letters, both hieroglyphic and demotic, that all might not be written with the same. I gave laws to mankind and ordained what no one can change. I am the eldest daughter of Geb. I am wife and sister of King Osiris. I am the one who discovered wheat for mankind. I am the mother of King Horus. I am the one who rises in the dog star, Sirius. I am the one called God by women. For me was built the city of Bubastis. I separated earth from heaven, and I showed the path of the stars. I regulated the course of the sun and the moon, and devised the activities of seamanship. I made what is right strong. I brought together woman and man. I assigned to women to bring into light of day their infants in the 10th month. I ordained that parents be loved by children, and children be loved by their parents. I imposed punishments on those who are unkindly disposed toward their parents or their children. I, with my brother Osiris, put an end to cannibalism. I taught men initiation into the mysteries, and I instructed them to revere images of the gods. I established the sacred cult places of the gods. I abolished the rules of tyrants and put an end to murders. I compelled women to be loved by men. I made right stronger than gold or silver. I ordained that the true should be considered good. I devised marriage contracts. I assigned to Greeks and barbarians their languages. I made the good and the bad to be distinguished by nature. I made that nothing should be more fearful than an oath. I have delivered him who unjustly plots against others into the hand of the one against whom he plotted. I am proposed retribution upon those who do injustice. I decreed that mercy be shown to suppliants. I honor those who justly defend themselves. With me, the right has power. I am the mistress of the rivers and the seas and the winds. No one is honored without my consent. I am the mistress of war, the mistress of the thunderbolt. I calm the sea or make it surge. I am in the rays of the sun. I attend the sun in its journey. What I decree, that is also accomplished. All yield to me. I set free those who are in bonds. I am the mistress of seamanship. I make the navigable unnavigable whenever I so decide. I founded enclosure walls of the cities. I am called the lawgiver. I brought up islands out of the depths into the light. I am the mistress of rain. I conquered destiny. Destiny obeys me. Hail, O Egypt, that nourished me. So yes, this dates from a point when Aset had absorbed the attributes of a lot of other goddesses along with her traditional ones. But it's still, what I like about it is that she says, right is stronger than might, and right is stronger than gold or silver. That's should very very much that idea of justice. So it's a really cool thing. But come on, Boo, poor thing. You okay? I think I'm gonna have to fix you some more coffee. Okay. What happened? I'm scrolling back here. Vinaigrette it is then. Oh, Dragon's Library. Nana, my great grandmother passed away today. Absolutely.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My condolences.
And oh, okay. And yes, for all you linguistics nerds, an eritology means a list of virtues. Okay, and hubby, sorry I'm late. Still having a little migraine.
My sympathies.
And oh goodness, and my sweet kitty's nearing a tipping point where the peaceful goodbye will soon be required. I'm really sorry.
Eternal kisses.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well. Isis and Nephthys. Aset and Nebuchadnezzar are the two kites that mourn. Over. And of course, when we say kite, we're talking about a bird, not the other kind. But they mourn Osiris, and by extension, all those who die. So, we'll ask that Aset put her arms around Nana, great grandmother, and
Your family.
yeah, that and also the kitty that maybe may be time for her to go. Him or her. Maybe time to go and join the Sunbark. But alrighty, so okay, so we got a couple of cookie requests from the Discord, and also Laurencia and Love Deluxe. Okay, now Yamano, I think you said you'd won one.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with those. And I said, of course, divination is It's in her wheelhouse, we can say. And
yeah, I'm hoping she can give me a little more clarity from yesterday.
okay. Now, first of all, I tell you what. Well, before we do those, let me see what her message is for everyone, and we'll put that in the book because we've gotten them from. Starting with the last day of the year, and from
A couple of years
guys,
now.
yeah. But now it's time for Aset's message for everyone. And that one landed right in the bowl, so. If I can get it open here. Okay, so Aset's message for everyone. Expect much of yourself and little of others. Which a few folks had gotten this one earlier, but this being for everyone, that could be her. That could be her way of saying this applies to everybody. So I guess my brothers won't be showing up for Thanksgiving dinner then.
Yeah, sounds like maybe.
Well, there's a lot more story behind that, and I won't hold up the broadcast with it. But in short, I told them, you want Thanksgiving dinner, I want an oral book report. Not on my Egyptian books, but on another one. And we don't expect them to follow through with that. So either way, but so we're going Yamanu, then the request from the Discord, and then going with Laurencia on down. Yamanu, your mind is original, creative, and alert. And you can keep a secret.
Yeah, interesting.
You better pull another one. Tease.
Oh, you're teasing. Okay. All right. Well, I'll stick that one right here. Okay. And so from the Discord, we had. Hold on. Okay. And all right. Super thanks for Conspiracy Town.
Thank you.
Our lady says it. Okay, yeah, and Clemens Jackal's looking for a yes/no divination. Okay, yeah. So what I'll do is I'll pull something out for that. So him Monk, aka Monkey Paws, yeah, because you'd mentioned Monkey Paws was having some problems. Okay.
Glad you don't have the Senate sticks. You just throw those and get the answer.
Right. That's what we're going to do in just a minute. But starting with Elvira and Satjahuti. So, Elvira, not to be confused with Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. For Elvira, do not let what you cannot do interfere with what you can do. Do not let what you cannot do interfere with what you can do. And for Sachahuti. Oh, wow, this was interesting. Whoa! Tell Sachahuti to buy a lottery ticket. Do they have a lottery in Germany? Because there are 3 packed in here. So let me read them in order of appearance.
My goodness.
Yes. Okay, the first one. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Second one. Let your intentions create your methods and not the other way around. And the last one. You are the guiding star of someone's existence. Wow, I think Aset had a lot to share with Sachahuti. And if you guys need me to take a picture of this or anything like that, just let me know. But they got the triple. Okay. So all right. So Laurencia, then Love Deluxe, and then Sarcastic. Start with Laurencia. Okay, Laurencia. To measure up to all that is demanded of them, a person must overestimate their capacities. So, to measure up to all that is demanded of them, a person must overestimate their capacities. You got any thoughts on that, Darren? Maybe in a minute.
I'm trying to pull the crank start on my brain.
I think the myrrh got you. We lit that myrrh incense and it was lights out. So, okay. Yes, Love Deluxe. So Love Deluxe. A rolling stone gathers no moss, but it obtains a certain polish. A rolling stone gathers no moss, but it obtains a certain polish. I never understood the whole thing about the adage about a rolling stone gathers no moss. Is that supposed to be a good thing, a bad thing, or what?
A rolling stone gathers no moss because a stone, in order for a stone to gather moss, it must be still.
Well, right.
However,
but if it's rolling, it does get a certain polish. So
yes.
So movement is
worldly,
a good. Yes, movement is a good thing. Yes, being worldly. Okay, so that was for Love Deluxe. Now for Sarcastic, and then for Kit Fox. First off, no way. Oh. If it'll just come in. Okay, sarcastic. Today is a perfect day to give that special person a gift. Today is a perfect day to give that special person a gift. By the way, has everyone sent out their secret self-death gifts? Hopefully so. Okay, and next is Kit Fox. Hold on. Because this one, part of it is like stuck in here. Yeah, there we go. Hardly anyone knows how much is gained by ignoring the future. Hardly anyone knows how much is gained by ignoring the future. Because sooner or later we all find out. But this is a friendly suggestion not to be the one that ignores the future. And I think come Christmas you will be thinking about that quite a bit. But okay, so celery and then sebekekaway. So this is for celery. I'll set that over here. Celery. Today you should be a passenger. Stay close to a driver for a day. Today you should be a passenger. Stay close to a driver for a day. And I think since the day is ending, this might be a good bit of advice for tomorrow too. Be a passenger, stick close to a driver. It's not your turn to be the one doing the work. But again, thanks for that wonderful little chart. Sebekekaway. Oh, this is cute because I know that Kit Fox had gotten this one earlier. Sebekekaway, it's your turn. The measure of time to your next goal is the measure of your discipline. The measure of time to your next goal is the measure of your discipline. We'll scoop those together. And now for Vesper and then Sarana. And did you say here? And eternal thanks and love to Aset for every blessing. Yes. Oh, and Irelby. Hey, yeah, it's been a while, but okay, for me and my girlfriend. Cool. We're glad to have you back. With good friends, it's it doesn't matter how much time has passed. You can pick right up where you left off. So we're happy to have you. So Vesper, Sarana, and then Irelby. Okay. Vesper, your mind is filled with new ideas. Your mind is filled with new ideas. And the sense that I'm getting from that is don't be afraid to share them. Or to recognize that you've got new ideas. So, let's see, Sarana. Come on, boo. Sarana, your planning will bring rich rewards. Your planning will bring rich rewards. Sarana, that sounds like good news. Good news to me. Your planning will bring rich rewards. Okay. So Irelvi and then Hobby. That's pretty cool. It landed right in the bowl. Irelbi, let us train our minds to desire what the situation demands. So this is calling for a little self-discipline here. Let us train our minds to desire what the situation demands. Because it could be that right now what your desires are not matching what the situation is calling for. So time for a little mental discipline. Let us train our minds to desire what the situation demands. And again, the sense I'm getting is there may be something you don't want to do that, but it's what you need to do. And that's a friendly poke from Mama Aset. So okay. Now is that one collectively for you and girlfriend, or do you want an extra one for girlfriend? Just let us know. In the meantime, I'm going to do Hobby and then Jessica Lacto and then Dragon's Library. Let me scroll down a little bit because I know I'm a little bit behind. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay, let's moving houses soon, so maybe. Oh wow, sarcastic self. I was saying it. That's the perfect time to send a special someone a gift. He's like, I think that was her smoking and saying, yeah, that's cute. Stone rolls. Yeah, I like that interpretation, Laurencia. Yeah, but I like that. Please don't be harsh at yourself when you're not feeling it. Your moods aren't punishing, even if they don't feel comfortable doing moss. But again, just a suggestion. Okay. Okay, and one just for my girlfriend. All right. Okay, well, we'll go ahead and we'll do that for Irelbi's girlfriend and then go directly to Hobby. So, and don't worry, we've got a few more of these. So we'll go through this batch and then get our last one. So this is for Irelbi's girlfriend. Okay, Relby, for girlfriend. Act like a role model. The younger is watching. Act like a role model. The younger is watching. Does girlfriend have a younger sibling? It sounds like there's somebody that looks up to them. But okay, so now best hobby. And please give our regards, our kindest regards to Gemini. The best hobby. Domestic conditions demand your attention. Domestic conditions demand your attention. So something at home needs to be taken care of. Okay, so it's having the Jessica Lankta and then Dragon's Library. Like a bowling for cookie wrappers. Okay, so best hobby. Wait, no, not best hobby. Excuse me. Jessica Lankta. Your present plans are going to succeed. Jessica, this is some good news. Your present plans are going to succeed. So proceed with confidence. Okay, Dragon's Library. And again, our sincerest condolences for Nana, her great grandma. It's funny, but my great grandma, we called her Maman because she was Cajun French. So I had Maman and Dad. But she passed away in 2009. She was in her 90s. But it doesn't matter how old they get to be. You always wish you could have them for longer. So, yeah. Our condolences, and let's see what Mama Aset has for you. Okay, I guess they're both yours. Oh. Yep. So here's the first one. Listen to yourself more often. Now the second one. And I kind of have the sense that could also be from Nana, saying listen to yourself more often. And there's one more here. And it says, do you want to be a power in the world? Then be yourself. Wow. So Dragon's Library. Somebody's saying I love you because they said, listen to yourself more often. Do you want to be a power in the world? Then be yourself. That was for you. Okay, time for us to get another pack of cookies. Okay. So, all right. So Lycan, you're making the request for Mrs. Jackal. Tell you what. Let's go ahead and do that real quick, and then we'll pick up with Mary Wet. And than Conspiracy Town. Yeah. And don't worry about I got it. The don't worry about the tone or anything. We're cool. So we'll pick that up, and the next one for a cookie will be Married Wep Away, and then Conspiracy Town. But first, let's see, because they should be up here. You're going to see me standing in front of the camera for a minute while I get that. Oh, so keep it way up here. I managed to do that without knocking anything over. Yay. All right, so for Mrs. Jackal, she has a simple yes or no. And we will see if Lady Aset will weigh in for us. Okay, 3 up and 1 down. So that would be an affirmative. So tell her yes. 3 out of 4 yes. We'll just set those over here and get Married Wep Away. Okay, Married Wep Away. Everything you are against weakens you. Everything you are for empowers you. Don't concentrate on the things that make you mad. Concentrate on the things that that you're for. I'm having a little trouble with how to word that, but the fortune itself says everything you are against weakens you. Everything you are for empowers you. Because we all know people that get really good motivated when they're mad, but then when they stop being mad, they stop being motivated, and they just stop whatever it is. And that's a recipe for a whole lot of half-started things. But if it's something that you want to do for a positive reason, for I want this because that's going to last longer than just reacting to something because you're against it. So that's what I'm getting from it. So, okay, next is 9/11 Chan, now doing Conspiracy Town. Conspiracy Town. You can't steal second base and keep 1 foot on first. You can't steal second base and keep 1 foot on first. So you're going to have to go all in on something and not try to play both sides. Can't steal second base and keep 1 foot on first. Okay. Yeah, and it sounds like some people are having a little bit of trouble with the stream. It's not all across the board, and our internet should be, doing fine. I'm not getting any notifications here, but hot weather in other parts of the country may be, believe it or not, heat will play havoc with things like internet signal for some reason. So, yeah. Okay, so B, cookie please, and also press for my own mama, Lady Aset, bless her in her search for joy. Yeah. Yes, and yes, the instance murdered Darren. Okay, so hang on, let me catch up. What's that? So for B, and then okay, expected to arrive on the 20th. Sadly, well, that's okay. Which makes you glad. That rhymes. Yeah, it's like ignore what makes you mad, embrace what makes you glad. That's very nice. So okay, so for B, and prayers for B's mom, and may she find happiness and life, prosperity, and health. So B. There's one for you. B. Do not put off until tomorrow what can be enjoyed today. Do not put off until tomorrow what can be enjoyed today. If you've got some tasty fruit in the fridge, now might be the time to eat it. Do not put off until tomorrow what can be enjoyed today. Okay. If anybody's got any other requests, of course, be sure to put those up. Like this video if you haven't already. And yeah, if we need to pass on anything, in the Discord, then we'll do that. I'll try to keep an eye out. Yeah, mango. Mango cupcakes. That sounds pretty good. I'm hoping that for the new year, I don't know if this will happen. If not, I'll have to get some other bread. But I inherited a restaurant quality waffle iron from my grandmother, and so we have been kind of eager to try that out and make actual homemade waffles. And if so, those will be our New Year's offering. But if not, I'll just have to go and get like some nice pita bread or something from the Middle Eastern grocery. But we'll see how it goes. But in the meantime, let's see if I've got some more prayers for the days on the year, or some spells for warding off the breath of the plague of the year. So this one, O flame in his face, foremost of the Aset, say to the foremost of the house of the birth attendants, make Osiris foremost of the earth to flourish. On the Kemetic, who lifted the earth up to the sky for her father, come, that you may tie the twin plumes closely around me, that I may live and be sound. For to me belongs that white crown on the head of the great one in Yunu, its second being Aset and its third Nebuchadnezzar. I am under the authority of he who takes hold of the Uraeus. O son of Sekhmet, power of powers, son of a Kaitiu demon, raging one, son of Hathor, mistress of the stream who makes the river rise. May you fare upon noon. May you travel in the Manjet bark, once you have saved me from any vexation of the year, in the form of a breeze of any evil breath. O Horus, sprout of Sekhmet, place yourself behind my body, that I may be kept whole for life. Now this is to be spoken over a pair of vulture feathers, and says to stroke a person with them, and to be applied as a salve of protection against the ill effects of the year. Now, I actually have a fan. It's behind where we've got the offering, so I'll have to pull it out later. But a fan It's a Native American piece of regalia, but it's made with actual vulture feathers that a pair of nested vultures over a place Darren used to work at had shed. So I'll have to pull those out maybe tomorrow night, and we'll smudge everyone virtually with vulture feathers for Kemetic. And another thing that you can do, it says to be spoken with a club of des wood, which have not translated that, but I have a piece of crepe myrtle bark that I've used in place of that. Go outside and make a circle around your house, and you will not die of the plague of the year. It says, retreat, Kaitiu. No breeze shall reach me to let sour demons rage against my face. For I am Horus, who passes by the Shemayu wanderers of Sekhmet. Horus, the sprout of Sekhmet. I am the unique one, the son of Bastet, and I shall not die on account of you. Okay. All right, and Laurencia offers prayer and praise to the Lady Aset. Thank you for being who you are, great lady. Yes, indeed. So let's go ahead and we will wrap this up and do this again tomorrow for the birth of Nebatot. Hail unto you, Atum. Hail unto you, Capri. You come into being upon the primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Unu. You breathe out Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure, as the name of Atum, foremost of the great Enid, endures. May they endure as the name of Shu, Lord of Upper Menset in Unu, endures. And please bless us, O Shu. As the name of Tefnut, Mistress of Lower Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Geb at the Earth's Ba endures. As the name of Nut in the Shrine of Shenit in Unu endures. As the name of Osir, Kentia Mentiu endures. As the name of Aset in Nicheru endures. As the name of Sutek in Nubet endures. As the name of Horus in Pei endures. As the name of Wajit in Dep endures. As the name of Jehuti in Kamenu endures. As the name of Ra in the Akhet endures likewise for eternity. You have come in peace, O Ra. You have come in peace, O Aset. You have come in peace, O Yunechiru. May you go forth in peace, O Ra, Aset, O Yunechiru, to every place your immortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Manjet bark, and rest content in the Sektet bark. And may you smile upon us, your humble servants. All right. Well, thank you so much for hanging in there with us, guys, through our marathon of the days on the air. We'll be finishing up with the birth of Nebatot tomorrow, and then Tuesday we will be broadcasting live from our backyard, 5:30 p.m. Central U.S. time. So it'll be 3 hours prior to what we've been doing, but that's so we can take advantage of some sunlight, because at 8:30 the sun is going down. So
Yeah, let's hope that there are no issues.
yeah, well, the weather forecast is good. It's just going to be blazing hot where we are. So
Exactly.
yeah,
You'll have plenty of sun, but maybe too much.
well, thankfully we have some trees in the backyard, so it'll be kind of filtered, and that helps. The microclimate in the backyard is a little bit better than it would be if we were like out in the middle of parking lot or something. But it is still going to be warm. But
High heat index, I assume.
yeah, because it's humid down here. So, but thank you so much for joining us, everyone. I can type. This. Okay. Thank you guys so much. Yeah. You know what? Sarcastic funny you should say that because I have folks get on to me about that. So I'll have to be sure to do that. Thank you so much, guys. Much love.
Bless you all.
Yes, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Ujai.